our channel Class-Like Community. So today we will be dealing with the next topic after the series circuit. It is the parallel circuit. So as I told in the series circuit that it should have a single pathway, I also stated that it can have multiple pathways. So the parallel circuit are those which have multiple pathways. That means the current can be divided in branches. That means if a I current is flowing, that means for this branch it can be I1 and for this branch it can be I2. Okay, so in simple words you can say that when all the devices are connected using parallel connections, the circuit is referred to as a parallel circuit. That means this is a battery and both these crosses can be any component like resistance. Okay, so see, that means whenever all these components are connected in a parallel connection, then this circuit is said to be or referred to be as a parallel circuit. Okay, now see, in a parallel circuit, each device is placed in its own separate branch. That means each of these device has its own branch. Battery has its own branch. This A1 resistor has its own branch. This A2 resistor has its own branch. So in a parallel circuit, each device has its own branch. There are multiple pathways for charge flow. As I told in series circuit, it is a single pathway. Our parallel circuit is just the opposite. That is, has multiple pathways. So, in parallel, all components have the same potential difference across the ends. So, can you all tell me that what does series have same? Yes, as I told, series have the letter I. That means current is same in this series. But just the opposite is the parallel. Parallel will have the voltage as same for all the components. Okay. Now see, like series can have a resistance equivalence. This parallel circuit can also have a resistance equivalent. That means the total resistance. Resistance can again be replaced by a single equivalent circuit. That means these two resistors can be summed. That means these two resistors can be added and give me the equivalent resistance, but it will be in an inverse order. That means let's see how. See, this is a circuit given. It has R1 as my first resistance, R2 as my second resistance, R3 as my third resistance. As I told, in parallel the I can get divided. So for each of the resistors, for the first resistors it is denoted as I1, for the second it is denoted as I2, for the third it is denoted as I3. But in the last statement it also says that all these three can be added and give you the equivalent resistance. So how can we get? As in series we just added the three of the resistance, but in parallel case we will add them in a inverse form. That means we will add each of them, but like 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R3 and continue. As this circuit has three resistors, we will add 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and we will get our 1 by R cube. But if it had 4 or 5 or infinity resistors, then we will add all of them and then we will get our resistance equivalent or the total resistance. But you have to note that whatever we get, that is the total resistance or the equivalent resistance, it is in the inverse form. That is, the total resistance is in the inverse form. So whenever you will write the total resistance or the R equivalent, reverse it. If it would be 1 by 2, then the resistance will be 2 ohm. Okay. So Now, as it is the resistance equivalent, the SI unit will be ohm. Now, let's solve the question. You can see a voltage is provided, that is 60 volts, and the first resistor's resistance is 10 ohm, second resistor resistance is 10 ohm, and the last resistor resistance is 5 ohm. So, finding the 1 by R equivalent, it is 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 5. So, when we solve this, it says that it is 4 by 10, and when we solve this it is 2 and 5, but as I told, we need to reverse it, so we can get our R equivalent. So it will be 5 by 2 ohm, or you can say 2.5 ohm, right? So we got our R equivalent. Now let's find out each of them's current. So for the value, as I told, as it is parallel circuit, so each of the resistors voltage is 60 volt, but for the current it will be different for each of them. So we know that by Ohm's law that it is V is equal to IR. So for I1 it will be V by R1. So V is 60 and R1 is 10, so it will be 6 ampere for the I1. For I2 it will be 60 by 10 similarly, so it is 6 ampere, but for I3 it will be 60 by 5, that means 12 ampere. So I1 is 6 ampere, I2 is 6 ampere, I3 is 12 ampere. So I1 is 6 ampere, I2 is also 6 ampere, I3 is 12 ampere. So what is that I? I is I1 plus I2 plus I3. That means 6 ampere plus 6 ampere plus 12 ampere will give you 24 ampere, right? So like this you will solve your parallel circuit. Okay, and I hope you all understood the lecture of today. So till then, be happy and have a great day.
Now is the quote time. Whatever you are, be a good one. I hope all of you have understood the lecture of today, and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live magazine videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at Classfly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.